Alex. Armed, lethal, and extremely pregnant. The day the sky fell. Alex, do you want a donut or a bagel? Susan asks. My mind wants a bagel, but little TJ wants a donut. Donut it is. You know, if Kevin saw this, he would not approve. Facts. Right now, what he doesn't know will not hurt him. How are things with the change? You are about to be parents. I know, right? I am excited and a little nervous. My parents living in New York and I in Tennessee have its days. Double O's mom is great. She is so happy and cannot wait to see her first grandbaby. Then a kick happened. Okay, TJ, calm down. The donut is coming down the pie hole. He is so bossy like his daddy. I miss him right about now. Girl, you are gaga over that man. You better recognize. Susan, we need to talk. The answer is no. I am not or will ever be on diaper duty. I'll pay for a nanny. Not my cup of tea. No, it's not that. Sounds serious. What's wrong? This is my last stop. I can't do this anymore. I must be there for Kevin and the baby. Tell me if you understand. Alex, how long have I been your spotter? Too long. I am happy for you. I had that feeling since you were all knocked up and all. Always the jokes. You go and enjoy that dream life. You deserve it. I will have to fall back into option to teach those new recruits back at Langley. Alex, don't get all sentimental. We still have a job to do right now. I'm okay. I am not. The tears keep rolling down my face. Quick, Al, there go Mr. X and Mr. Y at the same time. Here is the break we were hoping for. Now can you stop sniffling and get yourself together to get a clear shot at these terrorists? Yes. Okay then, let's do this one last time. Wind is 30 miles per hour north by northwest. Distance 600 yards. Check. Do you have the shot? Susan, don't get your panties in an uproar. I got this. I am waiting at the right time. Boom, I shot through a keyhole and got 2 for 1 while they were crossing paths. Susan calls it. Y and X are down. See, I told you I could shoot from my belly. Rail made me a harness that had no recoil to protect TJ. You don't have to brag about it. My celebration was cut short because I heard a swipe. I looked over and Susan was shot in the shoulder. It came out of nowhere. I fall back to a different position to get a better view of where it came from. Susan, are you okay? I'm shot. No, I am definitely not okay. That does not matter right now. Eagle 1. We need an extraction for mom and baby now. Susan, what are you doing? I am getting you and my godson out of here. Now go. I got this. I am crying again. Alex, go. Can you make it down the stairs to Elwood and 7th Street? I think so. Alex, you must. I walk down the steps and Eagle 1 picks me up. All this stress caused my water to break. My water just broke Eagle 1. Okay, I got this. Base. We are coming in. WET.TJ is on the way. Copy, Eagle 1. We have the doctor on standby alert. Kevin is going to kill me. Right now, let's get TJ here safely. Chasing Ghosts. Chapter 1. TJ arrived weighing in at 9 pounds 8 ounces. I called Kevin. He was not mad at all. He knew this could happen. He was glad we were all safe. I said I loved him, and we will be home soon. We need to have that talk about who I really work for, but for now I'm wondering, did Susan make it out? I asked for Eagle 1 to come to the infirmary. Congrats, Alex. Thanks. Where is Susan? She did not make it out. They sent a drone strike after we got you out and leveled the building. There was nothing we could do. Sorry, Al. We tried. Thanks, Eagle 1. I had to keep it together for my baby. He could sense pain or stress. She was the sister I never had. After I calmed down and put TJ down for a nap, I went back over that day making sure we did nothing wrong. It seemed like a normal operation, except for my big head voice sitting on my bladder. I had to pee something fierce. I hated Porto potties, but this one was a godsend. Susan seemed like her normal self except her saying she was going to teach at Langley. No way that was going to happen. Her record got flagged during a session with her therapist. Susan can't teach a dog to go fetch. Another thing, these targets did not fit our normal profile. You know me. I just followed orders like a good little soldier. What did I miss? TJ, and I finally made it home. Kevin is picking us up from the airport. I can't show any emotions about Susan getting killed. I am supposed to be an analyst for Google working at my simple job at my simple desk. But I am not. I kill people for the stars and stripes, and my best friend in the whole wide world was killed horribly. Okay, Alex, get it together, we are almost down the escalator. Kevin was waiting. He was so happy to see us. He hugged me and held our little guy for the first time. Double O's childhood was disrupted by a bitter divorce. After that, his dad was not as active, so Kevin wanted to be present in TJ's life as much as possible. I'm no longer the person I see. While watching TJ playing at the park in Raleigh and my husband being himself who never meets a stranger, I realize he really does not know the real me. I have been wearing a mask for so long I am not sure I can take it off. When you lie so much for so long, you begin to believe the lies. You lose who you really are. I excused my behavior by saying it's for God and country. It's for Kevin's safety also. But in reality, I wanted this little part of me to myself. I was good at it. Just me, my spotter, and my old faithful from sniper school. I am tired of being tired. I need to tell Kevin the truth and get it out in the open once and for all. If not for me, for TJ. TJ snapped me out of my trance by saying mama hands. That boy is just like his daddy. He cannot stand his hands being dirty. After cleaning those crusty hands and giving him his sippy cup, I passed TJ to Kevin and said, honey, I'm headed to Kroger. They have a sale on corn on the cob. I kiss my husband. Boy, that man can spark something in me. On my way to the car, can you believe I walked past the third most wanted criminal in the world, Vladimir? Should I go back and open a can of Whoop but on him and expose my cover or let Kevin handle it? My man can hold his own. When I turned on Covington Pike, I noticed a black Tahoe changing lanes when I did. Granted, I am very paranoid, but I know what I saw. I called Eagle One just in case to see if anyone has been looking for me on the black web. He said he will look into it for me. I said thanks. You may be wondering what I actually do now. I am a paper pusher for the CIA. It is a place where snipers go to die. Do I miss it? Yes and no. I miss the rush, but I do not miss being away from home. Eagle One called me back. He said there was some chatter on the black web about a group called 3 Feet and Rising looking for you. There is also a $1 million bounty on your head for your whereabouts. Where did the bounty originate? Eagle One paused. By his silence, I knew it came from Prague. It was always about Prague. Alex, this does not mean it's about Susan. It's not about Susan. It is Susan. Wait, are you saying what I think you are saying? Facts. Susan must be alive and is working for them. Are you accusing the most decorated Green Beret in Army history of acts of terror against America? Did I stutter? It's her. What evidence do you have? None. But my gut is never wrong. Just before we flew over, Susan was acting strange. We have a routine before every cleanup job. We ate at the same restaurant, shop at the same store, and buy wine coolers at the same bodega without fail. This time she flipped the script and bought a different brand of cigarettes and food for lunch. Petty, I know, but then she ditched me at the park and went out somewhere that night and got plastered. Susan came back to the room the morning of the cleanup tore up from the floor up. I asked if she was good to spot for me. She popped off something fierce. I let it slide and went on because my feet were swollen. Besides, we had 200 confirmed kills, so I thought nothing of it. Now what, Alex? Time to hunt. What about TJ and Kevin? If they are hunting me, eventually they will be hunting them. Time to make the call I thought I would never make again. Thanks, Eagle One. I called Langley and the operator asked, why did the thunder yell at the clouds? Because the cloud was hard of hearing. Voice recognition confirmed. Welcome back, Alex. I still cannot tell Kevin the truth. He gave up so much for me. I know he would want to help. I must protect him and my baby boy. First step, back to the range for target practice. I am a little rusty from 500 yards. My phone rang. It's Kevin wondering where I am. Hey honey, is everything okay? Yes. How is it at work? You know, the same old boring stuff. Meetings after meeting. Alex, what is that noise in the background? Where are you? I am on Beale Street eating lunch with the team. You know it's Memphis in May this week. That was firecrackers. Real talk. Eagle One was shooting his .50 caliber downrange. I pointed my 2 fingers at him and whispered to stop the noise. Oops, Alex, my bad. Okay, babe. I'll be home before 5. How is my little man doing? He is good. Playing. When in fact he was covered in powder again. That's my husband. 97 degrees Fahrenheit. The next day Kevin dropped me off at the airport. He seemed kind of quiet. If you know my husband, he is never quiet. So I said, honey, what's the matter? He said he was okay. Then he said, is there something you need to tell me? I said, like what? He said, you know you can tell me anything, right? I know. It got me thinking. Does he know what I really do? Nah, couldn't be. He is out of the game. So I thought, okay, I do need to tell you something. I missed my period. I think I am pregnant, and I believe it's a girl. This pregnancy feels different. Okay, great. Well, stay home and see your doctor, Alex. We have been through this. My job is just as important as yours, right? I know, but no buts about it. We agreed, remember? I do. I just don't want anything to happen to you and Cornelia. We will be fine, I promise. Now kiss me, you fine man. Bye, TJ. Bye, Mommy. That boy has not looked up at all. Right now, it's all about him and Buzz Lightyear. While on the plane, I was thinking about my baby girl, Cornelia, and all the things I want to show her. The stuff I learned from my mom. With time on my hands, I reminisced about how I got here. My origin story. I was what you would call a miniskirt and heels type of girl. I did not wear sneakers unless we were in gym class, you know what I am saying. I am a third-generation New Yorker and was proud of it. Here is the thing. Sometimes my New York attitude would write a check my butt could not cash. This was such a time. My teacher, Mrs. Walensky, had enough with me being flip-mouth, so she put me out of her Spanish class. I was sent to the guidance counselor by Principal Warren. I saw Trina in the hallway cutting class looking for Roberto, her boyfriend. She always thought he was cheating with another girl. I digress. She asked me what happened in the principal's office. So I told her. Trina said something that would change my life forever. She said sign up for ROTC to hang out with her. I said, are you crazy? I don't walk on the grass now. How would I pass the class if I didn't like the outdoors? Girl, do it for me, please. Okay, do it for the cute guys in fatigues. Good idea. I'm in. Besides, we are going to make that ugly green uniform look good. Facts. I signed up after my counselor woke up from passing out with shock. To my surprise, I started to like the discipline and structure the class offered. It taught me to depend on my fellow soldier and never leave a soldier behind. It gave me a sense of belonging again. My family was recently scattered when my parents dropped a bomb on us that they were getting a divorce. I took it with a grain of salt. I could tell love did not live there anymore for a long time. They were waiting for me to graduate, but my brothers and I knew that was not going to happen. My instructor, Major Foot to Butt, recommended me to go to officers' school. I turned it down. Shooting was in my blood. My dad had more guns than in a pawn shop. Funny thing, Trina got pregnant second semester and could not go with me on the buddy system. Mom and Dad said it was up to me. They had become so bitter at one another, I believe I had become an afterthought. I graduated high school and went straight to boot camp. Fort Benning, Georgia was a long way from New York. I did not care. I just wanted to prove to myself I could do it. I did, and I scored high enough to be accepted into the sharpshooter program in Fayetteville, North Carolina. This is where I got the name Discount Double Check by shooting 2 moving targets at once. There's a disturbance in the force. No sooner had I got to the hotel. I could have sworn I saw Susan. Now I know that heifer did not break bad like that. I am probably imagining things, but I do notice that the shoeshine man is watching me something tough. I know I am glowing with this pregnancy, but come on, it's a little too much. Geesh. Then again, he could be working for 3 feet and rising. As I make my way towards the shoeshine guy, I noticed a couple of things. 1, he has an earpiece like mine. 2, there is a Glock 40 sticking out the back of his vest every time he bends over to shine a shoe. So I get in line and ask the man in front of me, could a pregnant lady with swollen feet go next? He said, sure. I am wearing my Jordan 6 Carolina blue. He ain't shining these for sure. I sit down, and he informs the line that after me he will be taking a break until 2. Good move, whoever your name is. The name is Quail. Like the bird? Yes. What's wrong with that? Nothing. I was looking for an assassin name. My bad. Quail, let's cut to the chase. Do you work for 3 feet and rising? Not sure what you were talking about. Wrong answer. I shot Quail in his leg. Hold it in, Quail. You better not scream, or the next one will be in your head. Suck it up, Buttercup. Tie your leg off with this. Let's go. Where are we going? To my suite to talk. Now move. Quail limps his way to the elevator. We got to the room, and I asked him again whether he was working for Susan and 3 feet and rising. He said they will kill me if I talk. Good point. I will kill you if you don't. Take your time and weigh your options. Can you promise me protection? Of course, we are the CIA. She has your playbook. I changed my mind. Take me in. Then splat. Quail's head is all over me and the wall. I get on my knees and wonder where that shot came from. My curtains were drawn, and we are the only building for at least half a mile. Susan is the only one that can pull off that shot. I bet she has that new infrared technology with high-velocity rounds. Quail's phone rang. I answer it. Hello, Alex. Susan, it has been a while. It has. The last time I saw you, TJ, was still in the womb. Now you are knocked up again. You and Kevin are not playing around. Enough with the pleasantries, Susan. What do you want? I call with a warning. Stop searching for me and stay out of 3 feet and rising's business. My business. It's a lot you do not know what's going on in the CIA. All I know is that I buried my sister in an empty coffin at Langley and cried for days. Now you are threatening me after all we have been through. Alex, that was then. This is now. Go back to Memphis to your simple life pretending you work for Google South, or I will have to put you down like a rabid dog. Click. This is not the Susan I remember, but she sounds like the one I read about in her file. Chief Garza shared Susan's background with me after the incident. Susan's backstory. Her story seemed to be like any other person's, except it was not. She grew up in Montana with her dad Frank and her mom Edna Adair. Susan was a daddy's girl to the hilt. As soon as she could walk, she was attached to his hip. Mrs. Edna wanted a Barbie doll. Instead, she birthed G.I. Jane. Frank was a Vietnam veteran who served 2 tours as a long-range sniper. He said to Edna, "Ain't no child of mine is not going to know the fundamentals of self-defense." He kept that promise. Susan knew how to disarm a man twice her size at the age 14. She was an expert in close combat with a knife and could shoot from 500 yards with a deer rifle. Unfortunately, something tragic happened to Mr. Frank. He was out hunting as always, this time by himself because Susan and her sister Sarah were in school. He had shot a 10-point buck. The buck went down, and as Mr. Frank reached down to slit his throat, that buck drove his antlers through Mr. Frank's chest. He died that day. Honestly, I believe a part of Susan died that day also. After that, Mrs. Edna stayed on Susan about this, and that until it drove her to sign up for the Army. She was old enough to join on her own. Mrs. Edna never forgave Mr. Frank for making her baby girl a trained killer. I suspect it broke her heart to lose her husband and her daughter, but pride would not let her ask Susan to stay. So, Susan left for basic training and never looked back. That anger Susan carried with her to the Army made her the best Green Beret in Army history. She applied to sniper school. That particular year, there was only going to be 1 slot opening. As fate would have it, we both applied for the same slot. The competition was fierce. Here I am, a New Yorker, going to toe-to-toe with a hillbilly from the sticks. I held my own and won with a single shot, the same one I am known for to this day. I shot through a keyhole at 2 moving targets and hit them both while they crossed paths. As I look back on it now, I believe Susan never got over that day. She felt like she had let her dad down. On top of that, her mom's "I told you so" speech was stuck in her head. Susan applied again, but the Army turned her down due to the outburst from that day. Lieutenant Colonel Conley sent her to a shrink. After unpacking her past, the doctor realized she was not fit to remain in the Army. Lieutenant Colonel Conley did not take the recommendation, but instead reassigned her to be my spotter on up-and-coming missions. I thought we were getting close, but now I realize it was all a lie. Under my nose, she had created a rogue army of soldiers that felt betrayed by their country. Created 3 feet and rising, and using me to kill off the competition. Look at me, I can't talk. My family has never seen my mom or dad. Too much water under the bridge. On the other hand, who am I to deny a relationship with our kids? That's tomorrow's problem. I started talking to my stomach, telling Cornelia, we need to stop her before someone else dies. But for now, I am hungry, and my cravings are getting the best of me. That Big Mac is calling my name with a side of fries and a milkshake. From a bird's eye view. First things first. I must call the Nest team to clean up this mess. Cornelia, we are getting really close to finding what they are up to. Why else would Susan kill Quail? Since his phone is unlocked, let's see what we can find out about Mr. Quail. Scrolling through and nothing so far. Here we go. Baby pictures and a possible baby mama. Should I call her? Of course, why not? I call the number back. She picked up and said, hello, honey. I said, no, sorry, I am not your honey. Who is this, and why do you have my fiancé's phone? My name is Alex. How I got your man's phone is a long story. Right now, girl, I am one pregnant and tired lady, you hear me? Is he the father? Girl, please. I got me a whole husband stateside. Can I ask your name? My name is Alberta. Alberta, we need to finish this conversation over a couple of Big Macs and a shake. Meet me at the one on Baklovsknom. You know that one. Yes, I do. Great, it's settled. See you in 1 hour. Okay, Cornelia, time to clean Quail off our body. I ran to catch a cab. I noticed I picked up another straggler following me. It's cool I brought the heat just in case I have any complications with Alberta or anyone else. I finally make it to the Golden Arches, and I can smell those fresh-cut Idaho fries from the cab. Don't judge. You try being pregnant and hungry all the time and must pee. Then you can talk. Alberta walks in with the kids. Smart girl. I would have done the same thing. I wave at her to come over. She sits down and kids are kids. They beg her to go and play at the playhouse. I said let them go so us grown folks can talk. You have beautiful children. Thank you. Would you like something to eat? I am good. Did you kill my Quentin? Okay, just dive right in. I was hoping to finish my Big Mac, but okay, sure. No, I did not. Is he dead? Yes, he is. Can I see him? No, not at the moment. We will return Quentin's body as soon as the investigation is complete. I slurped down the last of my shake. It was delicious. Then I said, Alberta, here is the deal. I work for the CIA, and we are looking for one of our own. Her name is Susan. She faked her death, and now she runs a criminal organization called 3 Feet and Rising. Quentin was hired to follow me. Alberta did not flinch after what I had said. Have you heard of Susan or 3 Feet? No, not really. I overheard a conversation Quentin was having with Susan. It upset me because he got out of bed and went into the next room. I thought he was cheating on me. I confronted him, and he promised it was about his new job. I said next time tell that heifer to call earlier than 2 a.m. He thought I left it alone, but I did not. I pinged his phone. A funny thing happened the next day. Quentin was in the warehouse district. This was a place where dirtbags and scum of the earth people go to meet. My mom kept the kids for me, so I went to where he was. What did you see? Not much. I saw Quentin, a couple of guys standing around. Then I saw this redhead barking out orders like she ran the joint. Alberta, that had to be Susan. Her parents were Irish descent. This is asking a lot, but I need your help in finding these people before something bad happens to a lot of people. Alberta, will you help me? Not for you or your precious stars and stripes. I will. For Quentin. He deserved better than this. Thank you. Alberta reached down to pick up Cedric, her youngest son, then boom. My shake explodes all over my face. Not twice in one day. It was a sniper. I said, everyone, get down. Alberta crawled to your other kids now. I'm glad I brought Bertha my old portable sniper rifle. Now where is the little birdie? There he is with that cheap scope that has a bad glare. Okay, Alex, breathe. Double tap then fire. Sniper down. Alberta, let's get to your car. Is there another shooter? We are not going to wait around and find out. Now let's go. After we pull off, I call Eagle One for another cleanup. For the record, this is not my fault again. Okay, Alex, sure. Alberta, turn here. Where are we going? To the U.S. Embassy. I cannot do my job until I know you and the kids are safe. What about our stuff and clothes? My team will retrieve everything, but going back home is not an option. We know your mom lives in a flat upstairs. They will get here safely. Also, I need you to be strong for the children. Can you do that? Yes. Which way is home? Guess who calls me? My baby boy, that's who. Hello. Hey, Mommy. How is my little man doing today? You were up late. Daddy said I could call you before I go to bed. I'm glad you did. Mommy has had a busy day. Mommy, you need Buzz Lightyear to come and help you out. The tears are flowing again. Thanks, buddy, but I will be all right. When are you coming home? Soon. Okay. Can I talk to Daddy? Okay, Mommy. Love you. I love you also. Hello. Hey, babe. How are things? They are good. You know work is always busy. Nothing to write home about. How are you doing? Are you staying off your feet? Wiping my face. I am doing my best. Well, pace yourself. Love you. I love you too. Focus, Alex. We got to get back on task. There are lives at stake. Time to go shopping at the big girl store. I'm talking about the CIA Black Site storage facility. I retina scan in, and who do I see? My old trainer Bubba Washington sitting at the desk like a receptionist reading that old, tired USA Today paper as always. He says, as I live and breathe, Alex, is that you? Yes, sir, it's me. Top. I got out and they pulled me back in. I heard. Then it's true. My Susan is back from the dead, wreaking havoc all over God's country. Yes, sir. You know I must stop her. I know, kiddo. Will you be able to? Susan is not going without a fight. I trained her that way. I remember. You know I am not either. True. Remember, Alex, you got more to lose than her. Cornelia is on the way now. Top, how did you know? Child after 10 kids by the same woman, I know the look. Facts. Top, it's time to shop. Are you getting the same old stuff as always? No, sir. I am hunting our own and I must switch it up this time. Time to take it to the old school. As I am leaving the facility, Alberta is waiting on the doorsteps. She followed me here. I am thinking I must be slipping. How did an amateur find me here? Or is there more to her than she is letting on? Time will tell. Alberta, what are you doing here? I want to help. This is not your fight. It became my fight when Susan killed my man. Enough said. I handed her my Glock 40. Can you hold your own? I can't be babysitting you on this. She cocks the hammer and does the normal checks. I knew she was holding back on me. Let's go. We make it to the warehouse. Alex, what's the plan? There is no plan because she knows what I know. Leave one alive and kill everyone else. Cool. I look through my infrared goggles and I count 8 people. Alberta, hand me my blue bag. It's time to shake the tree and see what will fall out. What does that mean? You will see. I shot 1, 2, 3 grenades into the building. Unfortunately, I may have shot too many because the 3rd floor collapsed. Oops, my bad. Let's move. The Prague police are on their way. We do not have much time. We walk in and realize again that 2 grenades might have done it. There were pieces of people all over the place. I found the fake Susan. She has lost a leg, but she will live. Hello, fake Susan. Where is the real one? Alex, I need a doctor. You need to tell me where Susan is, or you will not need a doctor after all. Fake Susan passes out. Well, she is no help, and I really got to pee. Alex, what now? First, I find the nearest bathroom, and then I have an idea. As I am sitting in the bathroom, I started putting pieces together because Alberta said something that stood out. Every time we get to a location, we are 2 steps behind. There must be someone on the inside of the CIA feeding information to 3 feet and rising. But who? I may have an idea. It must be Hector, Kevin's old partner from NCIS. He transferred to the CIA years ago. You may know him as Eagle One. No, it couldn't be. He knows Kevin will kill him in a New York minute for being a traitor. Then again, he and Susan did get close on a mission in Kosovo that summer when I was having TJ. The grapevine told me about the rumps in the park and the long walks to the local deli. They seemed like an odd couple to me, but hey, love is blind. I asked Vito the tech guy to cross-check Eagle One's vacation time with that of 3 Feet and Rising's killings in Europe. Vito did so without question. He was on leave every time something happened. I asked Vito to keep this between us until I come up with more evidence to put him in a deep dark hole for espionage. Say less. How do I trick Hector into confessing and telling me where Susan is also? I have another idea. I called Eagle One and said I want to meet him for dinner. It's about 00. He says when and where. I say the usual. Lord A.L.E.X, not McDonald's again. This is the 3rd time this week. Does Kevin know about your bad eating habits? No, and he better not capiche. My lips are sealed. See you there. I owe Hector the benefit of the doubt because he was the one who brought me my husband, but when it comes to the stars and stripes, I will not compromise for no one, not even Kevin. We met. Cornelia and I want the usual. Strawberry milkshake with a double quarter pounder, no fries. Hector is late as usual. That's his M.O., to be fashionably late strolling, smelling like a 70s pimp. Hector sits down. Alex, how are you and Cornelia doing today? Hungry as usual and sleepy. How have you been? Everything is everything. You know me, I take life on the chin and keep it moving. What's up with my boy Kev? Is he okay? Kevin is doing his usual stuff working on a case for the TBI and keeping up with TJ. You should have seen him potty training TJ. Nope, sis. I am good. I throw up easily. Real talk, Hector, I want to talk about Susan. As I was talking to him, I slid my gun out of my purse and placed it beside me. Alex, Susan is dead. You remember that day. She died when they shot that grenade at the building. I'm thinking he is still sticking with that lie, not knowing I saw her yesterday. Hector, I think about her all the time, and I could really use her in this case. 3 Feet and Rising is always one step ahead of me. Susan was smart and could figure out anything. I miss her also, but she's gone. So Alex, where is Alberta and the kids located now since Quentin is dead? Hector, how did you know about Quentin's death and Alberta, his fiancée? People talk at the office. They should not be because this is a level 10 classified information because 3 Feet are looking for her and the kids. Look, are we not on the same team? What's the big deal? I can use this to flush out Susan. You are right, Hector, I am sorry. These hormones got me on edge. We have her and the kids at a black site on 5th Street and Malcolm. On the outside, it looks like a warehouse, but on the inside, it's like the Taj Mahal. They're safe there. Okay, good. Well, look, I got a function to go to. Good seeing you again, Alex. Good seeing you to Hector. As I am easing my strap back in my purse, Cornelia kicks. Yeah, Cornelia, I feel you. He's going to call Susan right now and set up an attempt on Alberta and the kids' lives. Instead, we are going to set up Susan after we finish the shake. Song singing and flower bringing. I called Alberta to run the play. The kids left the country and went back to Africa with their grandma. She can now focus on what's at stake. Sure, enough. Vito called me and said he took the bait. He called Susan and she is going to be at the site. Vito said you want me to send the cavalry. I said, man, I am the cavalry. Don't get it twisted, I may be pregnant, but I am still the same girl of old. She will be looking for a team. Susan knows our playbook. Nope. The thing is she does not know my playbook. I got it covered. Alex, be careful, it's not about you anymore. It's about my niece also. You are right, but this ends tonight one way or the other. Too many people have died. Susan is no longer my sister. She is an enemy of the state. Alex, are you able to put her down if it comes to this? Honestly, I don't know. I hope it does not come to that. Me too. I got to the building all full metal jacket, ready for whatever comes next. Susan was just sitting there drinking her usual Johnny Walker Red. Alex, pull up a chair. Take a load off. I know Cornelia got your feet hurting. Sure, why not? Alex, it has been a while. How is life in Memphis? Life is good. I love it there. Be honest, you hate barbecue, cowboy hats, and cowboy boots. True, but I love my husband more than I hate those things. Marriage is a compromise. I wouldn't know, and I have a feeling I am not going to find out. Susan, you have killed a lot of people, and you have to pay for those crimes. Sounds so easy when you say it, but it's not. I have killed so many people in the name of justice for Uncle Sam. I decided to get what's owed to me, and you get your panties in an uproar. Susan, I cannot imagine what you have been through, but I know this. It ends tonight. Enough talk. Time to go. Alex, I told you I am not going to jail. Susan gets up and is holding that AR-15 a little too tight for my comfort. I say, Susan, don't do it. I am still quicker than you. Don't make me kill you. You have not got it in you. Swipe. Susan goes down. Headshot through the temple. Alberta took the shot. She knew I could not do it. Eagle 1 ran in. I pointed my gun at him and said, get on your knees, traitor. Now tears running down my face for Susan, and now I have to tell my husband the best man at our wedding tried to kill me and our baby. Alex. No, never. I came to stop Susan from going through with it. Lies. Now stay down before I put a bullet in your head, traitor. Turning the page. I got a call. It's my husband. Hello, honey, I am a little busy right now. I can see. I looked up. TJ is running towards me, screaming, Mommy, Mommy. Then he leaped in my lap. What little lap I have left. Thank you, Cornelia. How is my little man? Mommy, Daddy, and I rode on a plane. He gave me gum for my ears. He did, huh? Kevin said. You little snitch. We had fun. Me and Buzz Lightyear helped fly the plane. Look at my wings. Nice, baby. Kevin sat beside me and kissed my head and hugged me and TJ. Honey, how did you know I was here? Hector called me and told me everything. He was going to turn himself in, but wanted to make sure you were okay. Did you know before this that I was a sniper? Yes, Faye. I did. I knew the moment I met you. How? There was a picture of a sniper that hit a target at 500 yards with a mini skirt on. Wow, did not know I was famous, or at least infamous. I felt it was not my story to tell you I knew. Then it all came crashing down on me. The secrets, being pregnant, Susan being dead then alive, and now dead for real, were too much for me to deal with alone. Kevin grabbed me close and said, we are in this together no matter what. I just want to go home. Sounds good to me. Reggie, the ME checked Susan's gun and said there were no bullets in it. Interesting. She must have been tired of being tired. Honey, I could not pull the trigger even after all she had done. I understand. She was like a sister to you. By that time, Alberta walked over and introduced herself. Thank you for having my wife's back. No problem. Do me a favor. What's that? Please keep napkins handy. She is a sloppy eater. More jokes. On that note, I'm out of here. Time to blow this popsicle stand. I'm going to McDonald's. Alberta, what's your plan after this? Your deputy director offered me a real analyst job, Alex. LOL. You can have mine, I am done. I just want to raise my babies and enjoy my man. Cool. See ya, Alberta. Later, Alex. About McDonald's. You think it's a good idea to eat all this fast food? Shush. Zip it, Kevin. Read the room. After all this, you think it's the right time to question my diet right now? The room went silent. Don't mess with a hungry pregnant lady, okay? Yes, ma'am. I apologize. Now where are we going? McDonald's. Then to the plane. TJ grabbed Buzz Lightyear. Time to go, baby. Okay, Mommy. A couple of months later, we had Cornelia. She is a talker like her daddy. Alexander was born shortly thereafter. Me and Double O are outnumbered now. We would not have it any other way. The end.